From a wireless current transformer that makes installs simpler to a drop-in solution for commercial battery and solar projects, and even an inverter designed to maximize G98 requirements, Sunsynk is pushing the limits. We're here at the new Sunsynk headquarters to find out about the new innovations hitting the solar market right now. The commercial and industrial solar PV market is booming, but here's the surprising thing. Most of these sites don't have battery storage, and that's a missed opportunity because adding storage can solve so many common power problems for industrial users. Up to now, large-scale storage has been difficult to install. Batteries had to be assembled on site, linked with complex wiring, and insurers often required systems to be positioned outdoors. Sunsynk's PowerHub changes that. It's a complete drop-in solution with everything integrated into one robust module. Just connect the power supply and solar strings and you're ready to go. Inside, there's 122 kilowatt hours of battery storage paired with a 50 kilowatt Sunsynk hybrid inverter, all pre-wired with the necessary circuit protection. Built on proven Sunsynk technology, the unit is fully serviceable and engineered for long-term reliability. And for larger projects, multiple power hubs can be connected in parallel to deliver up to 1 megawatt hour of scalable storage capacity. The IP55 rated housing makes it equally suitable outdoors to satisfy insurance requirements or indoors in tough industrial environments. Separate climate-controlled chambers keep the inverter and batteries within optimum conditions from -40 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, while integrated fire safety adds another layer of protection. And when it comes to installation, forklift pockets and crane lifting eyes make positioning straightforward, drastically reducing time on site. One of the highlights here is the new Sunsynk Link. In the UK, meeting G98 requirements is a vital part of any grid-connected installation, and this product has been designed with that in mind. To explore how it works and why it matters, we headed into the test lab to speak with a familiar face in the solar industry, Keith Gough.
Great to see you here. Brilliant. This is it. This is the second generation Sunsynk. Everything is plug and play. So everything is plug, plug, plug. One of the things about it is you don't have to open it up. It's sealed. It's completely sealed. I think we did a challenge. I said, 1 minute. You can install one of these in 1 minute.
Provided you've got the cables there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. You're not going to wire the house in a minute. So this one is a 3.6 kilowatt unit for the approvals.
G98.
Correct. But one thing about it, this one has a rather large MPPT. 8 kilowatt. You can charge your batteries and you can be using the energy at the same time. It has a huge MPPT. That means it can charge the batteries at 8 kilowatt. As long as you've got a big enough battery, it can power the batteries at that power. It can also be then exporting at the same time and using energy. So you can put 8,000 watts of usable. You know, a lot of people talk about oversizing panels, but when you oversize panels, they will clip. You know, you can put a 20 kilowatt, as long as your voltages are matched, you can put 20 kilowatt on a 10 kilowatt MPPT, but it will clip. If it comes very high, you're not going to get the efficiency, but you'll get a longer day. But with this is usable energy, so the MPPT will function about that. So really, really nice.
So just to unpack that, Keith, right? So I've got about 3.6 second export.
Yeah.
So at the same time, nice, warm, sunny day, as we always get here in Widnes.
Yeah.
I can be taking 8 kilowatts off my roof.
Yeah.
Exporting 3.6 kilowatts to the grid. Using the rest to charge batteries or use within the home itself.
So basically the inverter is only, so you can only use the total of 3.6 whether you're using it in the home or whatever, because the inverter size is 3.6.
Yeah.
So you haven't got a bigger inverter, so the extra energy will actually go into the batteries.
Ah, right, okay. Right.
So, you know, which is perfect for the UK. It's got the Sunsynk new UI. It's really nice. So you can see it's like the flow charts here. It's got the flow settings. It's got lots and lots of new features on it. IP65, it does the business. It is a nice piece of kit.
While in the lab, Rick somehow managed to intercept the buffet selection, but my attention was firmly on the new Acure inverters undergoing test. They may share a similar footprint to the Sunsynk Classic range, but the sleek new outer design sets them apart straight away. And it's not just looks, there are some smart features inside too. One that's sure to please installers is the wireless current transformer, which simplifies installation by using the standardized long-range LoRa wireless protocol. To take us through some of the other standout features, here's James Lydon. Now I'm looking at this unit here. That looks like your existing inverter, just with a new front on it.
Yeah, it's had a bit of a facelift. We've integrated the light bar on the front of the unit. So the light bar can be set to show 3 different things: the battery SoC, whether you've got grid or not. And if you're off grid, you can get that to show what your current load is in terms of a percentage up to the rated value of the inverter.
Right, now we have a colleague who fitted one of these in his downstairs toilet. If that was distracting me while I was in the plant room with Basin, can I switch it off?
Very easy to turn it off. We can adjust the brightness. A new UI, quite a few adjustments to it in terms of like quick settings. We've put it onto one screen, so we can force a backup generator. We can force a battery charge. So if someone's in a savings window with their energy provider, rather than going in and changing bits and bobs, we can go in and force that.
So the force charge, you can access that straight away through that quick set instead of having to go through your app.
Exactly.
Because some people like apps.
Yeah.
Some people are obsessed with apps.
Yeah.
Others just want it on the display.
Yeah, so nice and easy. But all the same features that you'd expect from Sunsynk from our previous classic range is still very much current. We'll be running these alongside them. At the moment, they are available as a 3.6, a 5 kilowatt and an 8 kilowatt single phase. They will all be available in black or white with batteries to match. This now has the Wi-Fi antenna built into the inverter as standard. We've also got a built-in LAN port on there as well.
And then under the cover, see that obviously we used to have it a little bit like a Swiss watch on the front, a few screws to take out to get inside. It's got a nice hinge on it.
So there's a lockable hinge on the side, really easy to access it. It will still come with the standard CT. So if you don't need to use a wireless CT, if you're installing this right next to where your incoming supply is, for example, you can still use the standard CT that it comes with, and that will go into the same terminal strip as before.
It's clear Sunsynk has been listening to installers, but success isn't only about clever kit, it's about keeping pace with a fast-changing market. To explain how, here's Steve Donaldson, Sunsynk's UK Managing Director. So Steve, how would you best describe the market in the UK at the moment?
So the market in the UK at the moment, we see the solar coaster, we see people talking about it, so very vibrant, lots going on in the market, lots of people making lots of interesting decisions about moving forwards and growth, so we've geared ourselves up for that by this facility to make sure that we can supply the market.
Right, and I mean there's a lot of stock here, hopefully you're selling it.
Absolutely, so yeah, there's lots of stock going out, so on a daily basis we have a number of vehicles that will either come and collect, so some of our local wholesalers will come in and collect, or we'll be sending stuff out via our courier network into the wider market.
There's a huge choice in the market in terms of inverters. To the untrained eye, they all look pretty similar. They're either white or a black box with a screen or not a screen on the front. You've got a little bit more behind just a warehouse here as well though, haven't you?
Yeah, so in this facility here, been in for about 12 months now. So this is our Widnes facility. We've got the warehouse that you see, but over the far side, we've got our what we call the lab. And in the lab, we do all of our R&D testing within there. Our technical team can go in and run diagnostic checks. They can run firmware upgrade checks within that facility in there. But then we've also got a repair centre. If things do go faulty in the field, which we all know they do every now and again, we can bring them back in here. We can repair them. We can send them back out. We can make them fit for purpose again.
Yeah, equipment can fail, but obviously that always installer error. Not that any eFix viewers make any errors, but we
never see any errors.
We never see any errors, but you can repair parts of drivers and inverters and get them back in the field.
Yeah, so we have a whole host of spare parts. So we can repair drivers, we can repair boards, you name it, we can generally repair it. We can rebuild an entire inverter in this facility here, should we need to. Sometimes it's just that it's a small board. Sometimes it is installer error and we've got to go in and repair that installer error, but we can do that here.
Okay, and the UK market is moving quite fast. How tuned are you into innovations of installers are getting feedback back about things that like to be changed, incorporated?
So we've just done a whole installer survey. So we spent quite a lot of time earlier this year in terms of what do installers actually want, both in terms of product. So we've done some things in terms of product. So the Lynks inverter came out of some of that research that they want quick, easy plug and play access for installing, but also that installers want more from us as a supplier. And that's what we're going to be offering in the forthcoming future. So they want training. They want accreditation, but they want us to work with them as a partner. So we're building a whole program around that at the minute. So watch this space, eFix viewers. Something's coming soon.